first for the Blue Devils, number 0, Tristan Sculber. Number 2, Riley Johnson. Number 10, Nate Frederick. Number 24, Logan Johnson. And number 30, Jared Angie. The head coach of the Blue Devils is Luke Chadwell. And now the start lineup for your Warriors. Number 2, 5'10" junior, Kip Brigham. Number 5, the 6'5" junior, Cody Hester. Number 11, the 6'3" senior, Dylan Simons. Number 13, the 5'10" junior, Jace Kaminsky. And number 23, the 6'4" junior, Eli Sada. Coaches for the Warriors are Brian Meyer and Coach Mike Bobart.
Welcome everybody, as it is time for Wahoo Hoops right here on Wahoo Public Schools YouTube, Saunders County Online, BSDN Live. Noah Simon and I'm Kelly Johnson. We're here to help you along. It's time for tip-off, and the Warriors win the tip-off.
Brigham with the ball for the Warriors, gives it to Kaminsky up top, gives it to Simons on the wing. Hesser was trying to get the ball down court, but is no good.
Sends it out of bounds, and so stepping back, we have Kazik sending it in to Skalberg. Skalberg gets across the timeline. Near side, it's Johnson back to Skalberg. Skalberg looking to drive in, looking for help, sends it out to the three-point line, back to the top of the key. Over to the right wing. Then, one moment here.
Simons with the ball, gives it to Kaminsky on the wing.
As it is incorrect, but we'll take that out until we can get it back in the correct situation. And so, turn back over, 0-0, 7 minutes left in the first period. Plattsmouth, the Blue Devils on the attack. Underneath and too hard, rebound by the Warriors.
Brigham with it, gives it to Simons in the corner. Simons with the three, no good.
Rebound by Kazik, sends it forward, but too far, out of bounds, turnover to the Warriors.
Kaminsky inbounds to Brigham. Brigham with the ball for the Warriors. Brigham gives it to Kaminsky. A little hand-on situation here. Simons with the ball. Simons gives it to Kaminsky. Kaminsky gives it to Shader down low. Shader gives Kaminsky with the three. That's good. First points of the game.
Blue Devils get across the timeline. Tries to drive in, picks up the ball, sends it to the near corner. Back to the left wing, trying to drive in, steps back, looking for help. Turnover.
Hesser with it. Hesser drives in, gets the layup to fall.
And first points, actually 5-0. The Warriors ahead. Blue Devils drive in and not able to get that shot, and clean play, so play on.
Kaminsky with the ball. Kaminsky gives it to Shada down low, but is knocked away.
Skalberg gets to the near side. Bounce pass under to Skalberg, who drives in and is able to get the first 2 points for the Blue Devils.
Shada inbounds to Kaminsky for the Warriors. Kaminsky with the ball. Kaminsky gives it off to Brigham. Brigham gives it to Shada. Shada back to Brigham. Brigham drives in and gets his layup to fall. First points of the game for Brigham.
Skalberg with the Blue Devils gets across the timeline, top of the key. Sets up the offense. Sends it to the far corner. Picks it up, goes over to Nanke. Nanke tries to get a screen, drives it across, and is called out of bounds. Turnover to the Warriors.
Raby, Kristen, and Glock in for Shada, Kaminsky, and Brigham. Simons inbounds to Kristen for the Warriors in his second year. Simons now inbounds the ball to Kristen.
To do a bit of a redo, I think they were looking at the shot clock, making sure it was running.
Raby down low, gets fouled on his way up, goes to the free throw line for 2. Raby's first free throw is good. So is his second one.
Driving in with the jumper and able to get that to drop and going for the point after.
For the Warriors. Hesser gives that out to Simons. Simons with the layup. Gets fouled and gets the and one. Is going to go to the line for an extra point. Shada in for Hesser. Simon's free throw is good.
Gets it on in and at the paint, loses control, goes out of bounds, but touched by a Warrior, so Plattsmouth able to inbound from underneath their own basket. The inbound was meant to come down to the near corner, but was tapped out of bounds. I believe that was Christian able to get his hand on that one.
Simons.
Oh, Simons got his hand on it?
Yes.
All right. Inbound comes all the way to the line to Ford. Ford picks it up, gets it over to Skalberg. Skalberg gets top of the key, looking to drive in. Thought about the three, but sends it back over to Johnson. Johnson gets it over to Skalberg on the far side. Tries to drive it in, but gets
Stopped by Simons. Glock with the breakaway layup, and that one is good.
Pass across the court to the near corner, three-point attempt, and that one is just a hair long, bounces out.
Rebound by Simons for the Warriors. Raby with it. Raby drives in, gets his and one, and goes to the free throw line for one more. Quick timeout by the Warriors.
Want to take a look at what they were seeing, and So now waiting for the Warriors to be able to get there.
Raby's free throw was good.
Driving in, slows up, goes to the top of the key, bounce pass almost intercepted. Comes back around to the left wing, back to the top of the key. Walker sends it in to Johnson, to Ford, back over to Missoula, and tapped across the line, but it was considered off of a Warrior. 3-point attempt, no good, but rebound. Several rebound attempts there, and taken over by the Warriors.
Shada finally gets his rebound. Gives it up to Simons. Simons drives in, gets fouled on the way up, goes to the free throw line for 2.
That is the 4th team foul for
Simon's first free throw was good. Brigham and Kaminsky coming in for Raby and Kristen. Simon's second free throw was good for the Warriors. And now it's Hesser coming in for Simons.
Blue Devils inbound. Full court press from the Warriors. Almost sent it out of bounds. Able to send it across the timeline. To the near wing. Try to drive across the paint and all the way to the 3-pointer, but backs up. Driving underneath, bounce pass, gets picked up by Blue Devil, and a 3-point shot short. Rebound by the Warriors.
Rebound by Kaminsky. Kaminsky with it. Gives it to Shada. Shada drives in. Shada's layup falls. His first points of the game.
(21-5). Blue Devils on the far side. Johnson sends it over to Nanke. Nanke gets it to Johnson. All the way across underneath to Nanke, who tries to go up and gets fouled on his way up. So going to the free throw line, that is the 2nd team foul and first personal foul for Shada. First attempt is up, and that one is good.
Simon's in for Glock.
Getting ready for the second attempt. Up, and that one is too strong. Bounces out. Rebound by Simons.
Simons able to grab that one. Gives it to Kaminsky. Or Brigham, excuse me. Simons now with it. Hesser drives down low and gets his layup to fall. Another point for Hesser.
1 minute left of the first period. Warriors ahead 23-6. Come over the near side. Blue Devils looking to find that shot. Going for open 3 and is able to drain that one. And with that, the Blue Devils take a timeout. Again, a busy night of basketball at this point in time. If you go to bsdnlive.com, you can actually click on any link and find basketball, whether it's Blair, DC West, Omaha Concordia, or right here at Wahoo. So every station has a game going. And if you are not able to watch it live, you can only do one at a time. You can go back over and over and over, watch them all that you want. Thank you to the sponsors in the upper left-hand corner that help us provide this coverage right here for Wahoo Public Schools. Well, we have a timeout coming out of this. The Warriors ahead 23-9 over the Blue Devils. And 45.9 seconds left of the first period.
Hesser inbounds to Brigham for the Warriors. Brigham brings the ball up the court, gives it to Kaminsky on the wing. Simons finds Kaminsky on the wing. Kaminsky with his first three.
Johnson sends it in to Skalberg. Skalberg looking to drive in, comes to the near side. Tries to send it across, intercepted.
Brigham with the steal. Brigham gives it to Hesser. Hesser drives in.
And as they were rolling out of bounds, called as a jump ball, and possession arrow goes to Plattsmouth. Skalberg taking his time to get across as there's only 9 seconds left of the first period, looking to make that last shot of the period. Sends it to the far side. 3-point attempt, and that one goes out. With less than a second left, Warriors get possession of the ball. 26-9, Warriors ahead.
Brigham inbounds the ball to Simons. Gets that one off quick, but is wide right.
So not able to do that last one, but in 8 minutes, the Warriors are able to take control, pretty strong control of this as they lead 26-9. Again, it is being able to hammer in some of those 3 points and then also to take care of business at the free throw line. And so basically every aspect of the ball, they are doing a great job, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Plattsmouth is working to be able to get in. They have a couple of 3-point shots that have come in really nicely, and that's actually, I think what was that? That was, I believe that was Johnson actually actually has 6 of the 9 points for the Blue Devils, trying to get the ball spread around to be able to then get more shots and more good looks, but the Warriors obviously not wanting that to happen. Warriors with possession as we start the second period. It's basketball on bsdnlive.com, Saunders County Online, Wahoo Public Schools YouTube.
Kaminsky inbounds to Brigham, who brings it up the court for Wahoo. Brigham with it on the wing. Tries to give it to Simons in the corner, but that goes out of bounds.
Skalberg was able to get a hand on it for the Blue Devils and send it out of bounds.
Simons inbounds the ball to Kaminsky for Wahoo. Kaminsky gives it to Hesser on the wing. Kaminsky with it up top. Hesser with it again on the wing. Simons with it. Simons loses it, but gets it back.
What a steal that was right there.
Hesser with the three. Hesser cannot get that three to fall after some tough effort.
Johnson rebounds and sends it way forward, and for a 3-point shot, and that is Kaziak.
Brigham with it. Brigham gives it to Kaminsky on the wing. Simons now with it. Simons gives it to Hesser. Simons down low. Gets fouled on his attempt. Gets the and one and goes to the line for another point.
So they gave him the 2 points as he was coming back, falling back, and he was able to put that up, and it dropped in. 28-12, 6:59 left in the first
Simons'
half.
free throw is no good. Just rims in and out.
Driving from one end of the court all the way to the other.
Good defense by Brigham. Hesser with it. Hesser gives it to Brigham, but is knocked out of bounds.
Johnson getting a hand on that for the Blue Devils, sending it out of bounds. So inbound for the Warriors at their own baseline.
Kaminsky gives it to Sheda out from the baseline. Kaminsky drives in, gets that layup to fall, and goes. The Warriors go to the line again for another point.
So able to do an acrobatic free throw or a layup, they're right there, but able to get his drop, very tough, but now going for the and one. 30-12.
Kaminsky's free throw is good.
Make that 31-12. Timeline. Going up the right wing. Back across to the near side at the top of the key. Back to Johnson. Gets it over to Frederick. Frederick gets it into Schellberg. Underneath to Nanik. Schellberg with a three-point attempt. Not able to do anything with it.
Shada with that rebound. Shada gives it to Kaminsky. Hand off to Simons. Simons drives in and gets his layup to fall through some tough defense.
Blue Devils have quite a bit of work to come out here. 6:01 left in the first half. 33-12 at the top of the key.
Reach in foul by Simons. Glock and Kristen come in for Brigham and Shada for the Warriors.
On the far side, up to the top of the key, driving in, looking for help, looking to send it back out. Goes out of bounds as Glock was able to get a hand on it, and Skalberg was not able to retrieve it. Turnover to the Warriors.
Kaminsky. Simons with the pull-up jumper. Pull-up jumper is no good for Simons.
To Johnson. Johnson looking to drive into the paint. Goes up and not able to get it to drop. Turnover.
Rebound by Kristen. Kaminsky drives in, and that layup is good off of the fast break.
35-12. 23-point lead for the Warriors. 5:05 left in the first half. Again, able to drive in. Skalberg was able to drive that in for two.
Kaminsky with the ball. Kaminsky gives it off to Simons on the wing. Hesser down low. Hesser gets fouled as he goes up for the layup.
That's the third team foul for the Blue Devils. Actually, no. What did they do?
It was a blocking foul, I think.
Blocking foul.
For the Warriors. Hesser gives it to, Simons gives it to Kristen. Hesser with the ball now. Gives it to Glock in the baseline. Glock gets his layup to fall.
37-17, 20-point lead for the Warriors. Skalberg hands it off to Johnson. Back to Skalberg on the near side. Almost loses it, regains control, picks it up, looking for help. Sends it all the way across to the far corner. Cizik sends it back to Skalberg. Skalberg gets it underneath. It goes to Cizik and up for the three and is able to drain that one.
Kristen for the three. Kristen not able to get that shot, but gives it out to Simons. Shot to go either.
Skalberg able to drive, goes all the way across, feeds it over to Cizik, who is able to get the three.
Simons inbounds to Kristen, who taps it back to Simons. Simons brings up the ball for the Warriors. Hesser drives in, but is blocked.
Skalberg just sends it forward. Bounce pass back out to Skalberg. Comes over to Johnson. Johnson sends it in the near corner. Cizik gets it to Johnson. Back to Nanke. Back to Johnson.
We're going to be sub.
Warriors ahead 37-23. They were ahead as far as, let's see, they were ahead as far as 25 points at one point. Blue Devils were able to have a pretty good 7-point run there on unanswered points and brings that into a 14-point game with the Warriors having possession coming out of the timeout.
Brigham inbounds to Simons. Gives it back to Brigham. Brigham with the ball, bringing it up the court. Kaminsky with the 3. That one goes good.
Able to drain that one. 40-23. Blue Devils get across the mid-court line. Skalberg going to the right wing. Almost hands off, but loses control.
Raby with it. Raby gives it to Shada. Shada gets fouled and gets the and one. Will go to the line for another point.
Minute 37 left in the first half. 42-23. 19-point lead for the Warriors. Trying to make it a 20-point lead and able to do that.
Shada's free throw is good, pushing it up to 43-23.
Across to the left wing. Tries to drive into the paint. There's a foul. And that foul goes against
Brigham.
Yep. Second team foul. Skalberg at the top of the key, picks it up, tries to send it in.
Stolen by Kaminsky. Kaminsky gives it to Brigham. Brigham drives in and gets his layup to fall.
Sazik on the left wing, hands it over. Gets it to Ford. Ford sends it to Skalberg. Back over to Sazik. Looks to drive in, but gets fouled.
Hesser in for Simons for the Warriors.
Johnson and Nanke coming in for the Blue Devils. 45-23. Sends it out to the top of the key. Driving into the paint. Loses control. And goes out of bounds off of a Warrior. Looks like that was called. Was off of Raby's hand. Blue Devils sending it out. Gets to the top of the key to Ford. Ford hands it off to Johnson. Johnson sends it across to Mazzulla. Back across to Johnson. Johnson looking for help. Sends it all the way to the top of the key to Walker. Walker looking to push in and gets called for the double dribble.
Simons and Kristen in for Raby and Shada.
32.9 seconds left of the first half.
Kaminsky inbounds to Brigham. Brigham gives it off to Simons.
Holding on to it, looking to make sure they have the last shot of the period or the half.
Brigham with the screen. Simons loses it, but retains it. Simons with the 3. Simons cannot get that one to fall.
And that is, the turnovers are a big factor of that. Hitting those 3 points and going to the free throw line. The Warriors were able to do all of that and, of course, do a really great job of maintaining the defense. So, good job for them. Here we have it halftime, so 10 minutes from right now we'll be back into more basketball action. But we're going to let the Sapphires take control and let you enjoy your halftime right here on Saunders County Online, Wahoo Public Schools YouTube, BSDN Live, and 99.3 KWAB.
I'm kind of hungry, but I don't like want to. It's hard for me to get up and down. Sure. How much is a pretzel and Coke or a Pepsi?
Pretzel and a Pepsi,
Yeah.
like $7 or something like that.
Here's a 10.
Let's see what.
Shit. Got it. Hello? Hey. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you. Love you. Apparently you didn't mute it.
We had that. Oh, yeah. I just took it off so I could drink by the way.
Welcome back to Wahoo Gym as everybody's getting refreshed and ready for the second half of basketball. The Warriors doing a great job first half as they are leading 45-23. So we have 16 minutes of basketball left. See what happens as the Warriors are now starting the second half, 22 points in the green. Takeaways? Noah, what do you think? Any takeaways going into the second?
I think they should continue to move the ball and work as a team.
Continue to feed back and forth.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Blue Devils looking to find a way to get back into this game. On the right corner, tries to drive in, back to the paint, out to the top of the key. From the right corner, three-point attempt, out and rebound, sent ahead.
Shada gives it up to Kaminsky. Kaminsky gives it up to Brigham, and Brigham's layup is no good.
Skalberg sends that one all the way across to Sizik, but just a little too hard, goes out of bounds, turnover to the Warriors.
Kaminsky inbounds it to Brigham. Simons with it on the wing. Simons gives it to Brigham gives it to Kaminsky. Simons drives in. Simons gets his layup to fall.
All the way across, a big throw. Stolen by Simons.
Simons gives it up to Hesser. Hesser with the layup, and that layup is good.
Extends the lead up to 26 points. Skalberg drives in, puts it up, goes in. So he gets the points and is able to go in for the and one attempt. It's up, and that one bounces around and then does drop in. Three-point play complete for the Blue Devils.
Brigham with the ball. He gives it to Kaminsky. Simons with it. He tries to find Kaminsky down low.
Skalberg able to get a hand on it. Turnover to the Blue Devils. Goes to the near corner. Johnson back to Skalberg. Looking at the three-point, and that one is just off the mark.
Kaminsky with the rebound. Kaminsky gets it stolen.
Skalberg with is able to get that one to drop.
Shada inbounds it to Brigham. Brigham with the ball now. Simons drives in, gets fouled, and gets another and one. Glock and Kristen in for Brigham and Shada.
Blue Devils are able to get within 21 points, and now the Warriors looking to increase that.
Simon's free throw is good.
I don't know if you realize this, we're only like a couple weeks away from more tournaments. Just over a month away from state. Time is flying. And so is Simons trying to go in after that. Called a foul and turned back over to the Blue Devils. Sends it over to Sizik, over to Johnson. Sizik drives across the top of the timeline and tapped to Nanke. Back out, and with three-point attempt, just short, bounces across. Rebound by Simons.
Simons gives it to Kristen. Kristen gives it to Kaminsky. Kaminsky gives it back out to Kristen. Kristen finds Glock in the corner. Glock with the three. Glock no good.
Rims out. Turnover to Skalberg, who drives in, going into the paint, sends it over to Johnson, who follows him.
Raby in for Kaminsky. Simons inbounds to Kristen. Pokes it back to Simons. Simons with the ball now. Simons gives it to Kristen in the wing. Raby with it. Gives it, finds Hesser in the corner. Hesser with the three. Hesser's three is good.
Able to drain that one. Just shy, not able to get that to drop.
Rebound by Simons. Simons looks to go all the way with it. And he does, and he gets that layup to fall.
Acrobatic stop there to be able to let everybody go by so he can get that shot up. Schalberg looking for help, sends it back over to Sazik. Sazik to the far corner as Frederick drives in, passes it over to Skalberg, who tries to go up. Doesn't get it to drop, but does go to the free throw line for two. Third team foul of the third period. Fourth personal foul for Simons. First attempt, rims out. Simons coming out. Simons in foul trouble. You don't want that. Second attempt, splits it, is able to get the second attempt to drop. 29-57, the Warriors lead.
Shada inbounds to Brigham. Brigham brings it up the court. Brigham finds Raby in the corner.
Losing control. Johnson with the takeaway. Drives in, bounce pass underneath, sends it back out to the top. To Ford. Ford over to Johnson on the near side. Steps back to the 3-point, sends it back over to Missoula. Missoula gets it over into the corner for Ford. John, who takes a three, does not get it to drop. 3-point attempt, and able to get that to drop. That is Christian for the Warriors. Johnson sends it to the near corner. Missoula back out to Johnson, over to Ford. Far corner, hands it back out to Missoula. Johnson now with the ball. Drives into the paint, stops, sends it over to the far corner. 3-point attempt, and is able to get that one to drop. That was Missoula.
Glock inbounds to Brigham for the Warriors. Brigham guarded toughly. Kristen gives it out to Glock. Glock gives it. Raby drives in with that reverse layup, and that one is good.
30-point lead for the Warriors as Johnson brings it across the midline. 3-point attempt from the top of the key, just short, bounces out.
Raby with it. Raby gives it to Kristen. Kristen with the three. That one is no good, but rebound by Brigham. Brigham drives to the baseline, gives it out to Kristen. Kristen with the three. Kristen's three is good.
65-32. Johnson looking to drive in. Has an open 3-point attempt. and is able to make that one.
Shada inbounds to Brigham. Brigham drives in. Brigham gets his layup to fall.
Inbounds to Missoula, back to Johnson. Johnson gets it across the midline. Goes to the right wing, right corner. Back out to Missoula. Missoula back to Johnson for another 3-point, and able to get that one to sit.
Shada inbounds to Raby. Raby brings it up the court for the Warriors. Shada drives down low. Gets his layup to fall.
Back and forth as they're volleying at this point. Johnson looking to drive in the paint. Gets fouled on the way in. So Brigham gets the foul, his third personal foul, fourth team foul. 69-37, 51.9 seconds left of the third period. Warriors with the lead. Blue Devils inbound to Johnson. Goes across to the left wing. Back over to Walker. Sends it all the way over to Cizik. Picks it up. Back to Walker. Walker looking to send it over to Schellberg at the top. Johnson in the area that he's been making his 3 points. Tries to drive in the paint and lays it up and able to drop that one in.
Kaminsky inbounds it to Brigham. Brigham walks it up for the Warriors.
Taking his time, able to make it the last shot of the period. 12 seconds left. So we're having some issues. And notice the last game on Tuesday, there was internet issues once in a while as well. So if we've been dropping out a couple of times, apologize for that. But we're back on. Looks like everything's nice and solid at this point. Thank you for everybody for, if you're at home, thank you for being a part of our broadcast. We're trying to figure out at the school what's happening with the internet. Now, there's a lot of construction that's been going on. And that's what I've heard a lot when I say, what's going on with the internet? And I just hear construction.
Brigham inbounds the ball to Hesser. Hesser gives it off to Brigham. Kaminsky now with it. Kaminsky gives it to Simons down low. Simons gets fouled and will go to the line for 2.
Now Simons with 4 personal fouls on his own has to be careful. Now that foul goes to Cizik. It's his 3rd personal foul.
Kaminsky gives it to Simons. Kaminsky down low, gets that one to fall.
That one just snuck through the legs right there of a Blue Devil to be able to go up. Schellberg gets it over to Frederick. Frederick to Cizik. 3-point attempt.
Hesser with the rebound. Hesser gives it to Simons up court. Shada down low. Shada gets his layup to fall.
Scalberg gets it across the midline. Looks to drive in, turns, fade, and jumper is able to get that to drop.
Simons inbounds the ball to Kaminsky. Kaminsky with the ball now. Kaminsky to baseline, kicks it out to Simons. Simons through with a tough step-through layup, gets fouled as he goes up. Gets a chance to knock down a free throw to extend the lead.
Very athletic move there as he goes in and then kind of tries to hover to wait to be able to take that shot. Gets fouled and still able to make the shot. Goes to the free throw line.
Christian and Raby in for Hesser and Brigham.
75-41. 6:47 left of the game.
Dylan
The and one bounces
Simons
out for rebound.
Good, gets rebounded. Kristen with the three. Kristen's three is good.
78-41. Blue Devils on the attack. Scalberg picks it up, gets bounced underneath to Nanke. Was able to get that to drop in.
Simons inbounds to Kaminsky. Kaminsky gives it up top to Shada. Kaminsky up top with it. Raby now with it, gives it to Shada. Shada pulls through and gets his layup to fall.
Full court press, surprising to be able to get that much pressure this late in the game. Goes all the way across and goes out of bounds off of Scalberg, so turnover to the Warriors. 5:56 left in the fourth period. Yep.
Hancock, Kelly, and Glock in for Simons, Kaminsky, and Shada. Excuse me.
80-43.
Raby with the three. Raby cannot get his three to fall.
So that's the first personal foul, as that was a blocking foul for Kelly. Bench on the court for the Warriors. Blue Devils, quite a few of their starters still in. Bounce pass goes out of bounds as Nanke tries to send it over to Johnson, but not a good pass, goes out of bounds. Turnover to the Warriors.
Glock with the three. Glock's no good. Kelly with the rebound. Kristen with it. Kristen tried giving it to Kelly, but
Kelly was on the move, so ended up going to somebody in the background, just not able to keep it in bounds. Blue Devils inbound, get it across the midline. Driving in and gets fouled on the way up, rolls out. Cizik going to the free throw line for two. 5 minutes left of the game. First attempt is up, and that one bounces out. Blue Devils trade out three of their players. One short.
gets stolen.
Three-point attempt just short.
Rebound by Kristen. Kristen gives it up to Glock. Glock to Raby in the corner. Raby gets fouled as he goes up for the layup.
So he gets to go for two.
Yes, he does.
That's the third team foul. Fourth personal foul for Cizik.
Raby's first free throw is good. Gigstad
81-43.
Gigstad in for Kristen.
Second attempt up.
And that is good. Kimmerling
39.
now in for Raby.
39-point lead for the Warriors.
Full bench in for the Warriors.
Goes to the right wing. Driving in, Werbeen sends it in underneath to Jackson.
Kelly with the rebound. Kelly tried to give it up to Gigstad.
Gets it out to Glock. It goes up for two. Goes all the way across to Werbeen. Werbeen sends it to the right corner for Walker. Walker rebounds. Tries to get it underneath. Stolen by the Warriors.
Glock with it up court. Glock gets his layup to fall.
43-point lead for the Warriors, 3:35 left in the game. Over to the near corner, Werbeen hands it over to Missoula. Missoula picks it up, underpasses underneath. And that's Jackson who goes up, tries to get it to drop, but gets fouled and sends out to the free throw line. And that's the first personal foul for Kemmerling. Jackson Kemmerling for the Warriors. First attempt is good. Second attempt is up, and that's good.
Hancock with it. Hancock gives it out to Gigstad. Gigstad with the three. No good, but Glock gets the rebound. Gets his foot back, let it fall.
Blue Devils on the far side. Three-point attempt, and that one's just a little long.
Glock with it now. Glock gives it up to Gigstad. Gigstad loses it. Warriors get it back. Kelly. Kelly's layup is good.
90-45. 2:15 left of the game. Walker sends it all the way across. Johnson with a three-point. Goes in. Transitional timeout as the Blue Devils put in 4 more players.
Kelly inbounds to Hancock for the Warriors. Gigstad with it now. Gigstad with the floater. Gets his floater to fall. First points in the game for Gigstad.
Comes across to the near corner three-pointer. Bounces out and rebound by Glock. Picks up the ball looking for help.
Kelly with it now. Gigstad on the three. Gigstad three is good!
Comes to the near corner. Werbeen picks it up looking for help. Sends it out to Wilson. Wilson gets fouled, and that foul is against Hancock. First personal foul, 4th team foul. Pella sends it in. It's picked up by Walls. Hands it off to Pella. Pella gets it back out to Werbeen. Werbeen drives in, bounce back, loses it, and turn over to the Warriors.
Kimmerling with it. Kimmerling gives it out to Hancock. Gigstad with the Hancock with the three, excuse me. That three is good!
50-point lead for the Warriors. 29 seconds left. Pella drives in, sends it out. Three-point attempt, rims out, turnover to Kelly.
Kelly with the rebound.
15 seconds, slowing it down. They can stop it at this point in time, let the clock run out.
Looks
That's
like
what the coaches say, just stop, let the clock run, and let's have the game. And 50-point lead, 98-48. That is where we finish tonight as the Warriors win, and then they continue to move on. So let's see, taking a look at the schedule coming, I know we'll be here next Thursday.
Yes, I will.
And so as both the boys and girls will be playing right here, we'll continue to bring you coverage, and then coming up sooner than you know, we'll be dealing with districts and then state. So we'll get you covered no matter where it is, whether we can video it or if it can only be audio on the radio. We got you covered on Saunders County Online, Wahoo Public Schools YouTube, Wahoo Radio, and 99.3 FM KWAB. Well, I'm Kelly Johnson, and you're
Noah Simon.
Noah
See
Simon.
you guys.
Thank you for being a part of our broadcast.
Of course.